Hey, it's Kinsey, your favorite garage gym girly, coming to you from the K-Tex Home Gym Lab. And if you are like me, you are constantly trying to cram as much training versatility into as little garage gym space as possible. So does this machine behind me solve a lot of our garage gym problems? Or does it fall short trying to do too much? Today I'm reviewing the Deltech Fitness Ultimate Lat Pulldown Tower. This thing is sweet. It features a 1-to-1 ratio, 200-pound weight stack for your lat pull downs, your low rows, and even your pec deck. But the question is, does combining all these movements actually make it better? Or is it trying to be kind of good at everything and master at none? Let's find out. The first thing you want to know about a lat pull down tower is, can I get a full range of motion in the movement? Because there's nothing worse than having to sit clear back and turning it into a different type of row movement because you can't get a full stretch at the top. So the answer is, if you're under 6'4", 6'3", then yes, you're going to be able to get a full stretch. I do keep some tall friends around in case I need to test those theories. So shout out to Quinn for helping me test out to see how tall you can be to get a full stretch on this lat pull down tower. Now, when you're short like me at 5'2", you can have the seat almost all the way up, but when your tall friends come over, you're going to want to have options to be able to get them a full stretch and a full range of motion. So the seat drops down. This slat pad also has a bunch of adjustments here, which is nice because you can either sit on it for your pec decks or get it out of your way completely for your pec decks, depending on how tall you are and how you like to do your pec decks. When I do the pec deck, I like to bring this up and I like to sit on it. So I bring it up, sit on it like this, and it's actually, I know it doesn't look comfortable, but it's not bad at all. And then that way I'm at a perfect height to perform my pec decks. The pec deck itself, honestly, at least for my length of arms, feels awesome. I'm getting an incredible stretch right here, and the range of motion, because it has these cams at the top, stays consistent through the movement. So it feels nice at the stretch and the squeeze. Now, even though you can do pec decks on this, I bet you're wondering, okay, can I do rear delt flies? The answer is yes, question mark. So I've been trying to figure out the rear flies, and this is the last adjustment here on the cam. And when you do this, you just don't get a huge stretch and it just kind of feels a little bit awkward. But what I have found is if you pull these pop pins and get it past that last hole, it puts your arms like this. And if you can squeeze your way in, then all of a sudden you have a rear delt fly machine with a full range of motion, and it feels pretty good. I think the hard part is just getting in and out of it. I don't think it was made for that, but they do feel good. Boom, and just like that, your first K-Tex nugget. This thing can also do reverse flies that feel pretty freaking awesome. I was thinking maybe you could even take this back pad off. That would alleviate you from having to shove your arms through to get a full range of motion between the back pad and the arm rollers. So maybe I might mess around with that and pin it in the comments and let you guys know how that feels if I just remove that entirely. I think the reverse flies feel good enough to maybe do that. That segues into my next. This is going to be a segue into a negative about this machine. These cheap foam rollers for the pec deck, I wish were just vinyl. This would be a complete package if these were just vinyl, because I find that's a little bit uncomfortable, especially with the reverse flies. This foam is a little rough, so it rubs on my skin. I wish it was just vinyl. The other negative I have about this machine is it is pretty shaky. It doesn't affect the movement at all. I definitely don't feel like the thing's gonna fall over. It has a 200-pound weight stack, so I don't think you're gonna go anywhere. But it's just something I noticed when I'm doing lat pull downs is it does shake around a lot. I know it's not going anywhere, but it's just something I wanted to let you guys know. Other than those two things, this thing is freaking awesome. The low rows feel good. The lat pull downs feel good. This machine is smooth as butter. When you first get it, you do have to lubricate. There's big rods right here that the pec deck attachment goes onto, and you do have to lubricate those really, really well. And then I always do this, even though the bearings in the pulleys are already pre-lubricated. I always just spray more silicone spray on it. I don't know if that's bad or good, but just something I do so I don't have to backtrack later. But once I lubricated the guide rods, lubricated these rods that go through for the pec deck, this thing is smooth as butter and performs exactly as you want it to. No one truly likes rowing from the floor, but we've all had to do it at some point. And when you have an all-in-one system like this, there has to be sacrifices made somewhere. And here it's the low row. The pulley is pretty low, but they do have a nice foot plate for you to get some leverage up against so you can do some heavy rows. I'm rowing 100 pounds right here, and it feels super smooth. Doesn't feel too bad. Obviously, I have to get my knees out of the way. But trust me, these lats and mid back are working. Now, because there is a low pulley, you can also do things like bicep curls, and they feel freaking awesome, especially because this cable attachment doesn't suck. This swivels in the middle. Most cable attachments that come with all-in-one systems like this aren't great, but Deltech supplies a nice lat pull-down bar and also this bicep curl bar. If you wanted a more vertical pull, you could probably take this seat out, and you might even be able to do some belt squats on this thing. So as long as you have an imagination, this thing can do a lot more movements than just lat pull downs and low rows. And guys, that is my overview of Deltech's ultimate lat pull down machine. Thanks to Deltech for sending this out to me free for review. If you guys aren't familiar with Deltech, please go check them out because they are a very underrated home gym company. They have been at this for 40 years and they're into this 3 generations. So it's a family owned and operated business. So I'm going to leave a little bit of their story in the description below. So check that out. I'll also link their website so you guys can go look at their equipment that they offer. This thing's only $1,250, which I think is an insane value for a 200-pound weight stack and being able to do all the movements that you are able to do on this thing. And you could see that you could do them quite well. So please go check them out. And if you guys found that you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button so I can keep covering cool companies like Deltech Fitness. And I'll catch you guys next time.